from you either. Like, I want to take what I want to take. Terrell wants to take what he wants to take.
You know, I was very insistent about Gears, even when they first came out and they sucked.
And now
I liked it. I've always liked them.
You should. I mean, you should play it, honestly. All right, is it recording?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Every
You're not editing this shit out.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
That's
I will say a bunch of horrible things to make sure that it gets edited out. No, I'm not going to. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Because you know I just prove it right.
Maybe
Go ahead.
Maybe I'll just do it.
Yeah.
I'll take stabs at people.
Go ahead, introduce
Well,
us.
So, guys, this is the TS Powerline team.
FTS Powerline.
Yeah.
Right, I'm in there now.
He's officially part of the channel.
Yep. He doesn't do any editing. He's just like Sean, the face of the channel.
I'm just that guy.
Okay. That good guy.
Good guy, Franco.
I'm kind of mad you just said that.
One.
Anyway.
Yo, you do a really good job of getting our name out there, so I can't really complain.
Yes,
It's something that I don't really
think about.
think about. I mean,
You know what I'm doing for our channel, like, this week, also? I got invited to be part of a collaboration video for Science of Vanguard that will be spreading our name out further, sir.
There's signs to Vanguard.
Science of Vanguard. It's like a channel that's really big.
I'm actually going to King's Games on Monday to enter in the locals.
For Magic or Vanguard?
Vanguard.
Nice.
Strap them out. Alright,
So for today, people, we actually have a guest visitor. Oh my goodness. I know we have a guest visitor. Alright.
It's Johnny! I'm sorry.
Someone get the Pokeballs out.
Oh my god, alright, it's coming off now. Oh god.
Can he see you? Can he see you?
That's a good question. Oh well.
Let me
Oh wait, no, they saw Sean.
Here, sit here. Good.
No, I'm good. I'm good at
No,
this.
sit there. Hold on. I got this. I got this. No, they can't see you.
Oh,
Take a
There you
seat.
go, get ready.
okay.
All right. Cool.
I'll send it.
No, I got this. We'll just like this.
We got the family style.
Yep.
Yeah, family stuff.
So, am I good? Am I too heavy?
No, it's just my wallet's pressing down on me.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I sit on Frankel's lap, but he's taken.
Shit.
That's one.
Oh.
Okay, no, we're good.
You know Johnny hasn't subscribed to our channel because he's saving it for the instance that he
There we go.
curses. I'm gonna make him
There we go. We can do like this. That way we're all seen and we're good.
It's hard for him to curse on. Like,
No,
Oh no, it's exceptionally easy. I have
Johnny's
to
done it
exert.
several times.
well, not when they do not want it to do it, you know? You can control yourself if you have to.
You do have the respect factor. Anyway.
Ooh.
No, I said that character because
That's
I
fine.
forgot your gift and I went back to my room.
No, you didn't. Oh,
I did.
God.
Oh, wait, you have his gift?
I didn't bring it.
No!
I forgot.
It's all
I
good,
was still very angry because I was soaked in the rain.
Okay.
No, dude.
So, there's a couple of things that we want to talk about, a couple of things we need to get off our chest, a couple of things that...
Off our chest with them. What are you talking about?
There's some things that we need to get off our chest. There's some things
It's
that
gonna turn into a
aggravate
grudge
us.
match.
No grudge matches. None whatsoever.
We're done with those.
Actually, there's, I'll start off because, it's going around. Everyone's been talking about it. Everyone's been complaining about it. So we might as well throw it out there and get our thoughts on with it. The G-Zone being upgraded to 16.
No, I don't want to talk about this on camera.
I've seen the
yeah,
post.
because he plays everything that's good after
I
him.
really don't.
No, not you. It's him. He's going like, oh, yeah, because he plays Gears, Royals, Shadows, like everything that gets broken.
It's not my fault that I happen to like those clans.
And then the rest of us suffer, playing D-Police.
Yeah, but you play Neo Nectar. Do not talk to me.
Okay, let's put it this way. In the likely event that you abuse Laurel to the point that you get to, say, your third or fourth stride, you consistently get crit every single swing with an extremely spammable...
X-Tiger.
Yes.
You could play 4 Crayon Elementals and they will be irrelevant because you'll just flip them over with X-Tiger now.
Guys.
No. You're wrong. Continue.
Don't say it like you don't have something to abuse with the 16G guard space anyways.
I like how he thinks.
You're right, Johnny.
Oh, that's like 5 years.
I got one!
And they know how much it hurts to say that.
Is this something that's frequently discussed?
Yes. A lot.
Okay,
a tally sheet.
Side story. Apparently, Kaiser gets upset because every time he says that I'm right, it adds like 30 30 days onto my life.
That's my theory, because he keeps a blackboard in his room where he literally tracks how many times I say he's right on a weekly basis.
And
Apparently, at the last status update, it was at 47. And at the bare minimum, he's already conceded 3 times. Today alone, you're right, you're right, you're right.
That doesn't count.
it makes me young. That doesn't count, but it makes me young. I feel younger. I feel
I
like
just found it a view right now.
it is. So back on topic. I got mixed feelings about the G zone being increased. To be honest, I just don't think it was actually needed. A lot of people think it should have been like to 10 or even 12. 16 just seems a bit much. I do understand why they did it, just to create more openness with deck building, but at the same time, it just gives more decks options.
I think that this was, at least for now, it is easy to admit that certain decks have a very clear advantage with this, like Gear Chronicle, Royal Paladins, Shadow Paladins, Aqua Force, what else?
Paladins and Dragons.
Neo Nectar.
And the one waifu.
And then, yeah, basically, like, a lot of the dragons have an advantage. Like, basically, this just made decks that already had good support even better, and made decks that didn't have the support to really catch up even worse in the grand scheme of things.
And not to cut off Franco, but it's more of like they're doing a really good job with the Fighters collection. You know, trying to like even the playing field out, and that's one of the few times I can say good on Bushiroad for doing so. But at the same time, you know, that gap between certain clans,
it's hard,
and it just made it worse. There's no way Nubatama is going to catch up, even with all the good support that they're getting out lately. They just don't have the card pool to do so.
Don't say that. I'll finish it one day.
You can. I'm just saying the card pool for Nubatama, Spike Brothers, is just not there.
It's just, once again, like, even with this rule where you're at on 8 cards in the G zone, some clans were struggling already to fit 8 cards into their G zone, and now you're going to give them 16 and say have fun, like.
But I think the biggest offender right now, like,
is Gear
Spike.
Chronicle.
Not just that. Like, if we're going to talk about like really like low end, like to open up the G zone for a clan, like Spike Brothers, no matter what you give them, including the technical boosting right now, the best deck still out there is a Break Ride Legion. And for you to create a set that players cannot break away from that, I think is really terrible. And then you're opening up the G zone, which
Doesn't
honestly,
even affect the deck.
It doesn't affect the deck. Literally, like, all you did now is just give them a way to, like, draw more cards in order for them to get their pieces. That's all, like, they could have literally done that with Cray Elemental Strides.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just, I freaked out quite a bit when this happened, and I think it also kind of destroys the secondary market to a lesser extent, and we aren't feeling it yet because people haven't realized this, I think. And in putting out this video, we might be a catalyst to that.
I'm okay with it.
But the secondary market's going to get destroyed now because a bunch of strides that we didn't think were good enough, like, for example, Rude Flare and Kagero, everybody in their Legend deck lists was not running that card. And now that we have 16 cards in their G-Zone, everybody's going to go hunting for Root Flares, everybody's going to go hunting for Saint Blows now because they have the room for it again. Everybody's going to hunt for Ragnarok, a card that was completely written off because of Next Stage existing. That's going to be back. Just a ton of cards that we thought were gone are now going to shoot up in price again. It's really kind of offensive in that respect.
Yes. What about you two? Because I know we just rambled.
Yeah.
The question I have, though, all these clans, the G zone is opened up, and you have the options, but in a match, are you realistically going to ever exhaust that pool?
The idea, well, you would deck out if you did that.
It's more just to have the options, but to be able to have more versatility,
it gives
like a
certain clans like a certain advantage in that respect. Like the fact that Gear Chronicles now, because of that ruling with G Guardians, where you can actually go into next stage 2 turns in a row, first and second stride gives them an exclusive advantage, where they can go into the other like 10 strides. They can play now. The deck can play Chronos Command Revolution comfortably. Like, it just has too many options. Like
what I equate it to, and this is like a really bad analogy, but I equate it to playing like the second season of Yu-Gi-Oh! With the Elemental Heroes, how the main character literally had an Elemental Hero for every situation possible. And that's kind of how I see it with some of the clans right now.
That was a
How
fun
just
one.
because you have
Yeah.
16 cards in a G zone, you now have a card for every situation. Like for Gear Chronicles with Wagner Clock, like there could
And
be a
even their
point
G
in time-
Guardian. Their G Guardian's incredible.
Yeah, with Wagner Clock, like if you know that last attack that your opponent made, and that you notice that they don't have the cards to actually guard the Wagner Clock, you go into Wagner Clock instead of going into next stage. Like you now have an option for at any point of the game to go into. Like you have tech, but for other clans they don't have that type of tech to
I thought you were gonna get the key later.
to go into.
Oh, I can. It's in my room.
What about you, Franco?
I honestly don't feel that it's gonna be as bad, just because.
Says the Paladin player.
Yeah, says the filthy paladin player. Simply because
We're going there.
realistically, you're not always gonna have a heal trigger, so people can still try to play the G2 game. It's
Yeah,
not
but
gonna work as well,
that
but
being said, now that people put the grade 2 game, the one thing I think Bushiroad really did right was releasing that new Cray Elemental
Shabriz.
Sea Breeze, whatever it is.
That's a drink right there.
Yeah, like inventing that card was actually very intelligent because they finally came up with a way to punish just sitting on grade 2, which is like a deck Ripple. Like Ripples would do that, Jewel Knights would do that, and they would just win games because they could just sit there for like 15 turns on grade 2.
Until they were ready to kill you, and the pressure was just real. But between the four of us, we all have different opinions on the stride zone, the G zone being increased. But I think we all agree that the G Guardians is actually a really nice fit. I like what they're doing with the heal triggers, especially because it's just like now it gives the cards some value.
But that being said, I think that as like a criticism for G Guardians, the ruling that now G Break 2 could be basically activated on your first stride gives a lot of decks. That's where the advantage comes in. It's not so much the 16 G zone spot. It's the fact that now, if I wanted to, I can go into a first stride Altamile and get everything out of it.
So I think what he's really talking about is now, normally people would just hold back on going to grade 3 because they want to stride first. But
So they
now
go
it's
to
more
G-Break
like
2.
whoever gets to grade 3 first, if you have the heal in the hand, you'll be able to get the G-Break 2 first. So now there's mind games, if you will.
Yeah. And it's like more intelligence about how you think about guarding. So it's just like, I don't know, I mean, I agree it adds a new dimension in the game. It adds like different interactions finally, which we've been sorely lacking. Interaction on the opponent's turn besides like guarding and throwing stuff down and tilting cards sideways. But I don't know. I think that the biggest mistake Bushiroad made was actually outside of the G Guardians. I actually like them. I think it adds some new dimensions. I think that going straight to 16 in the G zone was a mistake. I think they could have done 10, and then if they thought that was too little, gone to 12 and kept incrementally building instead of just doing this ultimate. All right, now here's 16 cards. The following clans are now better from it.
I think 12 would have been a safer number. Just increase it by 4 so you can add in the G Guardians.
Yep.
Only G Guardians.
Yeah, actually, they should have just said outright, oh, you have 8 in G zone and like 4 in a G Guardian zone.
Yeah.
I think that would have fixed like a big problem with that.
But that's just the science.
Also,
The science of Vanguard.
also something else they could have done. The G Guardian wouldn't go back face up. They would just go to the drop or something.
Maybe, yeah. But then you're
But
right.
that's different because then
You
Legion
can
still
lead it back,
exists.
yeah.
No, they would have some sort of little small tags. You can't put this out of the drop zone or something.
That's true. That would have.
But then there'd be a target out of the drop zone. Then that would save the binding from Narukami.
I mean, it's not like you're not going to have a million other cards in the drop zone to bind.
Narukami.
Exactly, Narukami.
Banish
Retire,
Banish
bind.
Elite, and Joker.
Yeah.
The same. Just
So, yeah. I mean, this mechanic overall is cool, I guess, but I think Bushiroad made a big mistake going to 16, and I think that the fact the community all responded the same way in like this angry tone, well, sometimes that has happened in the past. This is the angriest I've seen people, and I literally saw people selling their decks off within 30 minutes of this announcement, which I think is an indicator that Bushiroad made a mistake.
but it's not with adversity. Like when new things are introduced.
Everybody complains.
Yeah.
Everybody always complains. But I think with that being said, everybody will complain, but they'll adapt.
Right.
And it'll be fine. Like, it's just...
Right. I mean, we did that with Legion with a very short time, and then we're doing it now in the Stride format. And I've been a very advocate of saying that I hated this format with a passion, and I still do.
I think you're going to like it more as G Guardians.
No.
You won't?
Maybe you'll hate it more.
The game has just got to a point where
It's Rocket Tag.
Yeah, it's Rocket Tag, and the imbalance between the clans are just so far.
At least you're playing Neo Nectar, though, so you at least get some of the imbalance thrown your way.
I only like Musketeers, and I saw none of that in Set 6.
Maiden of.
I like Musketeers, and I saw none of that in Set 6.
You don't like Maiden of?
I got no Musketeers in Set 6.
He won't admit he likes Maiden of.
Maiden of is nice. I just prefer Musketeers. I only play... Kaiser, the only reason why I'm playing Neo Nectar... Ooh, a squirrel.
And it's a black squirrel that lives under my house.
You're right. The only reason why I'm playing Neo Nectar is actually for the Perfect Guard, Antonio. So, I honestly would not even have touched the clan if it wasn't for that one Perfect Guard.
This man has good taste.
Yeah, he's very aesthetically based.
I am very
His Metal Board deck profile, that will be entering our channel soon, I'm pretty sure. That'll be particularly revealing of Sky Knight's clear desire to have things a certain way.
Monday. I will give that to you guys on that Monday.
Was it the Robo deck, which is...
No, it's like his whole deck now, like, I'm not...
We can talk about it, go ahead.
Fine. The heal triggers are very specific, like, art. It's the alien. The crit, one of the crits is the freaking eye. The draws are the chameleon. The grade 2s, which actually are important to the deck because of the Metal Board crit, are Twin Bladers because he refuses to play the Metal Board 10k.
You're really that adamant that you'd be willing to sacrifice efficiency for aesthetics.
100% true.
I'm okay with that. Again, with adversity, you learn and adapt. But I play based on looks. All the stuff that I play is strictly based on looks.
Just put a Blaster Blade in your deck, call it a day.
He hates Blaster Blade.
I really hate Blaster Blade.
He really doesn't like it.
But the only Blaster Blade I run is the one with no ability.
I still need one of those.
Me too. Alright, next topic. Kaiser.
On what?
Pick something.
What do you want to talk about?
Vangola.
Okay, yeah, fine. Vangola.
He's got his invite.
Yeah, I got my invite, so I am going to the finals at least, and I have no clue. Actually, no, I know what I'm using. I'm still kind of like in between on the build, but...
Angel Feather.
Yeah, totally gonna use Angel Feather. 8-stand, deviancy, the usual. Wait, can I say sexual deviancy?
Sure.
Okay. The sexual deviancy that Angel Feather provides, yes, that is what I'm using.
I mean, I know you guys saw, I did that one vlog, and I entered to win this guy. We didn't do so high. I learned my lesson.
Token Rambo deserves to be burned.
I actually...
He dismantled the deck. He does that whenever Skynet has a really bad experience with the deck. He literally goes home and goes, I can't handle this anymore, and de-sleeves it and puts it in a dark place that it can't see the light of day.
No,
I'm still upset about that Maractus you released.
No.
Miraculous.
Yeah, we played a Pokemon match, and the Maractus, he was so upset with what happened throughout that match, he just released it.
I did. That did happen.
You also, one time they were on the bus going to Card Quest for Angola,
Oh,
and they were playing Pokemon.
That was quite
and
good.
Terrell literally conceded 2 times in a row and shut off his DS. He would not speak to Johnny after that.
It's not that I'm salty. It's just that, certain things happen, and...
He gets really mad.
Johnny got the freeze hack.
Certain things that, it was a freeze, and it wasn't just like...
It was RNG, basically.
a random freeze. Like, I was frozen for like 7 turns.
It's like getting double crit after you've been grade stuck for 2 turns consecutively.
Yeah. It's just like the mean BMing. Like, 7 turns of freeze. Anyways.
And Johnny was just chilling, buffing his Pokemon.
Yep, setting up all over me.
It was not a fun time.
Franco and I, we want to enter the Vangolas. However,
Work sucks.
work sucks. Work sucks. And
Real life responsibilities,
we know we have it. We just don't have the time because we actually have jobs that actually really can't take. Yeah, we can't take off of. There are livelihoods, and then I got I'm volunteering my other half of the time. So
I have to support 2 people now, so that's my excuse.
we just don't have the time. However, Team League,
We are in there.
we are in there. We are definitely in there. So we just wanted to give you an updates. I'm going to try to find time to hop around to the different Vanguard communities because I do want to see all of you guys there. As you guys know, I love vlogging and I love meeting new people.
Yes,
I love vlogging. I love meeting new people and love just showcasing them on our channel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, I checked, we're at 188 as of like last night. And as always, I'm a very kind-hearted individual and I love handing out things to you guys. So let's get to 200, and again, I will promise you guys a week straight full of videos, including the normal videos that you get on your Tuesdays and Fridays. And that's my promise at 200. Also, we have a special video
that we are
coming
trying
out.
to figure out.
Yeah, we have a 200 subscriber special video going up. We had something in plan, and that kind of fell through just because of our deck building ADD, because we like thinking about new
Yeah.
things.
That's pretty much what's going on.
But I have something in mind, and he'll probably agree to it because, you know, I'm good. Let's see. What's next on our streaming list? Oh, while we're here, I would like to say that I miss most of the guys that I hang out with at Clarkson's Corner. I know I'm not around a lot often. I just got a lot going on, and I just sometimes just prefer the quietness of these two because I really can't handle the amount of extra stuff that I have to do with. So I miss you guys. I know you guys haven't been featured on the channel a lot. That's because we want to try to get new people on there, but I'm always thinking about you guys, and I'll get you guys on this super huge project that I'm going to be working on with Kaiser for a joint special.
God. I already know what it is too. I just remembered.
Yep. He's doing it. What's next?
Maybe I'll volunteer.
He loves you.
I love you.
Yeah, whatever. That's pretty much it, honestly. Like,
Is
we
it?
don't have a lot going on
We
Vanguard-wise right
really
now.
don't. Set 7's coming up.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
If they screw Go Paladins again, I'm gonna cry.
They will.
Don't say
They
that.
probably will. It's not going to be anything in between. It's going to be either really good or
Then-
horrible.
Gargo needs to restand or gain card restrict. Or
Enigma and support. Set 7.
Or the new villain.
They won't give Gurguit any of that. It's a defensive ability for his GB2.
How would you even play that on the opponent's turn?
G-Guardian.
G-Guardian.
You make him a G-Guardian.
Gurgrit and G-Guardian. That actually makes sense.
I would be upset.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Unless it like it doubles the shield value for some
Sometimes
reason.
yes.
That would be okay. If it doubles the like shield
Yeah,
value.
something where it's like good, but might not be.
Jonathan, you're our guest. Do you have anything to input? Jonathan here is a great nature player.
Oh, yes.
Tell them about yourself.
Well, what happened with Vanguard, my friends were introducing me to it, and I'm kind of like, ooh, I'm kind of on the fence about it. So I went to Clarkson's, which is the closest thing to a locals for me. I mean, there's other places, but that was the only one I knew of that existed at that point in time. So I go there. I'm looking to see what I could do for a first deck, and the guy there, Steve, I asked him about the Great Natures. He shows me like the $13 trial deck, which was really bad at the time, but it had.
There was a trial deck for Great Nature?
No.
Steve
He
does
ma-
these
he
like
makes-
Oh,
he makes
right.
like a little
booty-
starter deck.
Yeah, booty starter decks that are terrible.
Yeah.
And he
But
makes
it comes-
a lot of money off them. And he will admit that if he ever watches this video.
It has like
You're
one
awful.
foil, maybe.
Yeah, as one foil, and he makes like $20.
You're an awful first person.
Oh no! Basically, he
No,
bundles it
that's
with
it.
his bulk
No.
cards.
Just go. Just go.
Anyways, he shows me the thing. I'm flipping through the cards. I'm like, I don't really know what these do, but oh my god! And the card that completely set me off and made me fall in love with Great Nature was Messenger Alpaca. I mean, you have to look at the thing. Could you put like a little image box here?
Yes. I will put it in.
So in the image box that you'll be seeing here, it's gonna be this little alpaca. It's all cute and fluffy and everything. And first off, it's in like a little uniform. It's in the uniform with the satchel, and then it's got like this little hat that's kind of like, you could probably build something in the same shape out of paper, and it's so lovable, and I couldn't not take them home with me.
And it's a stand trigger.
Oh yeah, that's a very
He has a
important thing.
big preference for stand triggers.
Yep, in all the decks that don't use them,
Good.
we don't talk
At the
about
time, you
that.
can actually make it work. It's the important thing.
So, well, this is actually a really good topic, and we could waste some time on this one. Franco, what got you into the game?
What got me to? I started watching the anime.
Really?
Yeah, back at the very, very beginning. And I'm like, oh, this seems interesting. What could this be? And I liked the way the game was played. So the first chance that we got to get like English cards, we bought them at a very over expensive price because my logo at the time was a piece of crap. Squiggies. I don't know,
What was it, $120?
No,
No, it was for the box.
It was $100 for the box,
Okay.
and it wasn't even like complete.
Wait,
They were-
$100 for a somewhat opened box?
Yes,
Delicious.
That's
although
pretty bad.
although at the very least, because it was set one, I pulled Barkle, Lou, and Alfred. So it was obviously
made it.
destiny.
Yeah, that he plays
Yeah.
Royals pretty much.
Okay. All right, Franco. What about you, Kaiser? How'd you get into the game?
I don't think I've told you this before.
No, that's why I'm asking.
Okay, so my friend Chris Cruz and I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Together a lot.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's
Shout
great.
out to Chris Cruz and the Sex
And we used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Together a lot, and we stopped playing and just hanging out, and he texted me one day and goes, hey man, like I just found this new game, like Cardfight Vanguard, you should check it out. And immediately my favorite card when I started out was Ashura Kaiser and Twin Blader, which was the Nova perfect card. So I started out as a Nova player, and then eventually through a bunch of just trying stuff out, I grew to really enjoy playing dragons. So I've now converted to red.
You mean you converted to being a filthy
He's a
control player?
skelly.
Yeah, I'm a filthy control player now. What about you?
Here I thought we were just gonna pass me.
No.
I got into the game because I wanted a change of pace. I was actually a Magic player. I jumped around from different card games. I was playing Duel Masters. I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I was playing Pokemon TCG. I got heavily set in Magic, and that was my thing. That was my money sink. I was really good at it. Still kind of am, depending if I go back to Standard or not. But I wanted a break because I was just dropping a ton of money on it, which I didn't really mind. But I just wanted a break, and I saw this new game come out, and it looked interesting. And as they keep bragging on me, I'm very, very superficial when it comes to my card art. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the box for the card was like so small, and it was also going in places where I wasn't really feeling. But the art was just really good, and I picked up I saw the trial decks, and I was like, you know what? Just not interested in these Royal Paladins. And I looked, I was like, dragons? I was never fond of dragons.
It's just funny because he plays red and Magic.
I play red-blue. Stop
Red
it.
blue, yeah,
Red
but that's
blue.
still...
I play
And
control in
really
Magic.
cheap dragon though.
Right. So I didn't want to play control in Vanguard because it was supposed to be my escape. So I decided to go and play aggro, and I'm with my buddies, and the box of set 1 and 2 were out, and they were like trying to figure out what each person wants to build, and Nova Goppers were there, and Kagura, Royal Paladins, Oracle Think Tank. And out of all the clans, I resonated with Spike Brothers. And all my friends laughed because they knew who I was, and they knew how hilarious I was. Terrell playing Spike Brothers. Football? You? No, that's hilarious. But Spike Brothers was really just a placeholder because I really wanted to play Dimension Please because I love Gundams.
Yeah.
And that's my backstory.
Well,
So
wait,
that's
the
why.
Gundams are Nova Grapplers.
And Megazords. Gundams and Megazords.
Saving himself.
Shut up, you. So that's my history. Spike Brothers was the first clan that I decided to play, which, I guess that's where some of my negative outlook comes from with Bushiroad. Just, I got the clans at set 1 and 2, and then when things were being released, set 3, set 4, set 5, set 6, set 7, set 8. I was waiting for Spike Weather cards and never got any.
Well, don't forget they also.
They
I
had
don't want to say they screwed us, but they really messed up the order for release.
Right.
We jumped from pack 2 to pack 6.
Right, but even still, like, if you just, because of the Japanese market, you saw the boxes, but none of it had Spike Weathers in it, but you kept seeing the same clans getting same support, and it wasn't until Extra Booster 3 that I got, a little support, but then
It wasn't enough.
it wasn't that it wasn't enough. I had a little disdain in it because there was also Gold Paladins in there, and I thought they didn't need to be in there.
Very good support at the time.
Oh, very good. Yeah, well, Duke.
Duke.
But it was just like, that's where I grew to start disliking the company.
And dragons and paladins.
You can actually go and look back at the releases.
I know. No, I agree.
It was bad.
Pretty bad.
And then they created Great Nature and Bermuda Triangle, and Great Nature and Bermuda Triangle. In the first 2 sets, I gave them like 3 cards each, but Great Nature didn't come out until set 7. Like, why are you releasing cards if you're not ready yet? Same with Nubatama. Why would you release cards that you're not ready for?
Until like set
13.
13.
They got their splash, then set 13, and we saw nothing dedicated to them until, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
And then they said
they were crying in the corner.
Then they say that in the anime, Murukuma was split from Nubatama. It's like, but why would you split the clan? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. It's just, I don't know. I never agreed with how the distribution would support among the clans, and so that's where a lot of my disdain comes from.
I used to